Hi, welcome to another 10 to foot how-to video. Today, we're going to be looking at adverse circumstances, where to go, how to apply, and any other extra information you need to know. To get to the adverse circumstances page, you need to go onto my UON student portal, scroll all the way down to support and uni life, and adverse circumstances should be the second tab for all students. Once you click that, you'll have to sign in and you'll be greeted with this page here. If you want to create a new application, you just simply click new application at this button here. Also, if you have already previously applied for an application, all previous applications will be listed here. As you can see, I've made a couple of draft applications that haven't been finished yet. Let's add a new application so I can run you through it. You'll be greeted with two links that you should open and read. I'm going to say I've read and agreed and just continue on. My information's blacked out here, but you just need to make sure that all your student information, your student program, your first and last name, and all your personal details are correct. If they are correct, tick the box saying they're correct and continue on. You're then greeted with the actual adverse circumstances application page. Here, you can choose your reasoning for applying for an adverse circumstances application. There are usually 4 reasons for getting adverse circumstances. Health grounds, meaning you can't make it because you're sick, or you have a doctor's appointment, or you're just generally feeling under the weather, have an operation, something more serious. Compassionate grounds, which we'll touch on a little bit later. Hardship or trauma, we can also touch on that a little bit later. And unavoidable commitments, like work, weddings, something that is long-standing that you can go through. Now let's quickly talk about compassionate grounds. It's important for students to know that compassionate grounds cover a wide area. Mental health, family issues, studying issues, technology issues can all fall under compassionate grounds. Are you having trouble going on a computer? You don't own a computer? You can get an application for an extended period of time onto your assignments because you find it hard to get stuff done. Mental health issues. You suffer from depression, anxiety, or any other list of mental health issues. You can click compassionate grounds. You can get extensions on some of your assignments because of the hardships you face at home. There is a very fine line between these compassionate issues and hardship or trauma. So let's talk about hardship and trauma. Hardship and trauma can be broken down into a couple of major and minor categories. Major categories for hardship or trauma are stuff like sexual abuse, a death in the family, or major housing issues like fire or flooding. There's also some minor hardships or traumas that can be applicable for your application. Just like compassionate grounds, some trauma can be attributed to mental health. Just like compassionate grounds, you can also have no access to technology and you won't be able to do your assignment unless you go into a public library or the university. And the university can see that as reason enough to give you an extension on your assignment. The lecturers and the tutorial teachers at the University of Newcastle are very compassionate when it comes to adverse circumstance applications under the compassionate and hardship or trauma guidelines. Now that I've done a quick explanation of each one of these categories, let's click one and move on with the form. Let's choose compassionate grounds. You'll have to quickly fill out some details of any event or what's going on into this box here. You'll also have to apply some later, but we can get into that as well. For example, I put a quick and brief description in. Your description should be a little bit longer, but let's just do this for example's sake. Please indicate the length of time you expect to be impacted by this circumstance. Your supporting documents may reflect this time frame. Usually it's 7 to 14 days. The university likes to work on weeks, so let's just say 7 days and move on. Now there's some supporting documents you will need to submit. Don't feel too anxious about this part. It's a very simple part of the form, just making sure that the university can submit your application with supporting documents so that it's fair and they can see that there is just cause. This is the most important part. Once you fill out all the information about what's going on, select a course which has been impacted by adverse circumstances, you click to add new assessment item, you go to your course code, and it fills out this for you. This assessment item, you need to let them know which one it is. For example, let's just say assignment 1. Assignment 1, which I'll say is a speech. You have to let them know what days this due, let's say the 31st of May. And now this is where you can ask. If it's an in-class exam, a formal exam, a scheduling work placement, for compulsory extensions exemption, you'll click any of these options. For this example, we'll click extensions of time, which is what most students use. How much time are you requesting to complete? Let's say more than 3 days, and let's say 7 days like we did on the original. Let's go ahead. Now you will need to upload your supporting documents. I don't have any supporting documents for this example, so we're just going to save and continue. Now you're done with your form. You would click save and continue, but because mine's just an example, I don't want to submit this off to my student coordinator, so I'm just going to cancel this. If you need any more information on adverse circumstances, go to newcastle.edu.au Under Study Essentials, Assessment and Exams, you can look up adverse circumstances. The link for this is on screen now. Thanks for watching.